Shalom, all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Rakha Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Ruwa, and they bring the word and doctrine. Shalom, la bachia, peace to elect. So here we are, this timeline of conflict, why the 2021 Israeli-Palestinian fighting is among the most brutal in years. And to sum it up briefly and concisely and say, well, as we're coming into that time of Joel, the second chapter, where we're going to see the march, the army of the Lord. And that's not talking about men in purple garments, it's rather talking about missiles. We're going to see all hell break loose. But the subtitle of this is all nations are getting on you Edomites, man. Especially you Amalekites. All nations are getting on them. Not to say, well, you've got sympathy from all nations for what's really called, in fact we can go into that, Lord willing, what it means even to be a Palestine, a Philistine. What is that? And who does that land actually belong to, according to promise? It wasn't promised to Edom, although it was promised that they would downtread it, and they would tread it down for a period of time. So let's get into these scriptural majors. So this is Luke chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And the time that is fulfilled is upon the return of Hamashiach, Yahawashi. Not that he's absent, but he's in a different realm currently. He's in the spiritual, in the heavenly realm, on the right hand of Yahawah, making intercession for his elect. And that's his mission currently. But there's going to be a time when you read late in Revelation, the 14th chapter, the message is going to be delivered unto him. And he's going to have to do his job at that time. So I'll read it again. Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall. Who's this? The Israelites. Talking about 70 AD, which is also that falling away that's made reference to in 2 Thessalonians 2. Meaning the second chapter, as well as also Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And that time is not going to be under British colonial occupation and mandate that now this land belongs. It's going to be according to the promise that the Lord gave. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 3. For lo, the days come, saith Yahawah, that I'll bring again the captivity of my people. Yahawah, saith Yahawah, and I'll cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. Now the only father that he was promised to of these was Isaac. Why is that? Because Isaac had a child called Esau and a child called Jacob, to put it in that term. But really, just because you call yourself Israel or Israeli, Yasharaliyah, it doesn't mean you're an Israelite. Just because you say I'm not an Edomite, it doesn't mean that you're not an Edomite. And just because you say, what is a Palestine? Just because you say you're a Palestine, maybe you're a Palestine. Right, so you search up, I'm talking about Joel, that second chapter, also the third. Well, it's going to be brought out in this one. Talking about these, it says Palestine here. Let's see what a Palestine is. Are you a Palestine? That's the alternate title again. Are you a Palestine? It says land of sojourners. Palashath. Right, let's check to the right. And it says Palashathya. What does that mean? Here it says immigrants. So you're saying, now this is our land. We're immigrants. And really, we weren't always from there. You know, there was a time that Abraham Abraham went from the land of his fathers into this land. But the whole idea is, no, we're native here, we're from here, we've always been here. And you go into it, and what does the word say? Or what does it say here? It says immigrants. Here it says land of the sojourners. Here it says to roll. It says swiftness there. Alright, so we're dealing with these two words. So it says Philistine 287 times. And where's the first time this is mentioned? Genesis 10 and 14. It says, and Mitzrayim, well, where do we start? We'll start from Mitzrayim. And Mitzrayim, Matazariam, which is where you get the idea, or the land of Egypt is really the land of Matazariam. Right, that's the land of Egypt. Egypt is a Greek word, Egyptos. Go and look at what that means. And just to prove that, we'll go here. Oops. Salachia. So it says Egypt here. Egypt. So that's that. So Egypt begat Ludim and Anamim and Lahabim and Naphtuhim and Pathrusim and Kaslohim, out of whom came Philistine. Alright, so that's not the people of the promise, is it? This is going back to Ham. And we can prove that because you go all the way back. The sons of Ham, Genesis 10 and 6. The sons of Ham, Cush and Mitzrayim and Put and Canaan. So out of Mitzrayim, let's just fact check this. Out of Mitzrayim came Kaslohim, and out of Kaslohim came Philistine. So the Palestinian, if that is your original nationality, then you'd be a Hamite. Now the land of promise, it wasn't promised to Hamites. And that's the line that Esau's going down. But plot twist, it wasn't promised to Esau either. It wasn't promised to them that would call themselves that and be liars, but that's not the church of Smyrna. Rather talking about that in real life. Cool. Right, Ezekiel 36, 5. It says, therefore thus saith the one Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against all the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So then to have it, a prey, what's that word for prey? And just while we look for this word prey, we're not saying that there's none of them in the land that have got everything, all of them customs that they're practicing that aren't actually Israelites. Whether that be on the Israeli side, you're going to have some Israelites that think they're Jewish and think they're Israeli and go along with that whole custom and tradition. And you're also going to have some Palestinians, so-called, going along with the Ishmaelite customs, which a lot of them come from Ishmael's father. But going along with them customs, the Islamic religion, when they're actually Jakes. But are we talking about the whole majority of the nation? Are they the people of the promise? No. And even when they say, well, we're Palestinians, we go back to Philistine, is even that true? But it'll all be revealed by the wheat and the tares and everything like that. It'll all be made manifest. Read Matthew 13 for that parable there. Anyway, so prey, a spoil. So the land is now as spoil, booty, robbery, spoiling. And that man of sin is being revealed day upon day. And there had to come that falling away first. He had to be fought by the sword and be scattered among all nations for this prophetic timeline to take place. You hear that Yeshaya Yaquab, order of prophecy. So 2 Thessalonians 2. Let me cross this road without dying, Lord willing. Right. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 and 2, 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 2. that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And it's being revealed, man, day upon day. All nations are getting onto Edomites, man. Right, so we leave it there. I pray it's edifying. On to the next one, Lord willing. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kodash. Shalom.